Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my cabbage and I make my turkey wings. So first I showed you my bacon. I cook my bacon before I add my cabbage to it. You can use whatever meat that you like for your cabbage. Here I am just cutting my cabbage up. I cut mine up into small pieces. You can cut yours in big pieces, long pieces, short pieces, whatever you prefer, whatever you like to eat. And I'm just cutting my cabbage up into little chunks or whatever, and I'm gonna add that to my bacon. And when my bacon cooks a little bit, I leave the grease and everything, and I just add my cabbage to it. I add a little bit of you can add a little bit of water, a little bit of chicken broth, or whatever kind of liquid that you want to use. I just use whatever I have. If I don't have chicken broth, I use water. I don't fully cover it though. I just add it to the bottom so my cabbage doesn't burn or whatever, doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And here I am adding my cabbage to my bacon, and my bacon is halfway done or whatever. It's still gonna cook while the cabbage is cooking. So if you don't want to cook it all the way through, you can just cook it a little bit and then let it finish cooking with the cabbage. Here I am just adding my cabbage to the pot. If you have a lot of cabbage, you don't have to worry because it cooks down, and you can add the rest as it cooks down or whatever. And here I am pulling my bacon to the top of my cabbage because I don't want it to burn and stick to the bottom of the pot. And I'm just moving my cabbage around and moving that bacon to the top, and so the flavor of the bacon can be distributed through the cabbage. I'm just pulling it to the top and making sure my bacon is all throughout the cabbage. And then I add my seasonings. You can add whatever kind of seasonings that you want to yours. The bacon gives it some seasoning, but I like to add more to mine so it has more flavor. I know I use Creole seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and those are some of the seasonings that you can use, or you can use whatever kind of seasoning that you want to use. And I'm going to be showing you guys in a minute. I'm sorry for having it so close. Here I'm using Mrs. Dash, and I'm going to use, here's my garlic powder, and I think I use onion powder too. And yeah, I did use onion powder too. And here I go using my Creole seasoning. That's one more that I used. You can use whatever kind of seasoning that you want. You can add however much that you want to your cabbage. And then I'm going to start cooking my turkey wings in a minute. I'm going to show you guys that after I cut up my onions and my bell peppers. And you can use whatever kind of seasoning that you want for that too. And then I'm going to add this. I'm adding my seasonings, and then I'm going to stir it up so the seasoning can be throughout the cabbage. And still adding seasoning. I keep hitting my camera. That's why it's rocking like that. I keep hitting the side of my my ring light. I'm just gonna stir it up so everything can have as much flavor as the other does. And then I'm going to show you guys me cutting up my onions and my bell pepper for my turkey wings. So yeah, I did a lot. This was for a Sunday dinner that I cooked. And here I am cutting up my onion. It's a big onion too. I just cut it up in little chunks because onions make my eyes water, and I try to get it over with as fast as I can. I know everybody does. Just cutting the two ends off, and then we're gonna cut it in half and chop it up into little pieces. And yes, guys, my cutting board was a mess because I had cut up my cabbage on there, but it's okay. Everything's gonna be cooked together. And let me know, how do you guys cook your cabbage, and what things do you add to your cabbage? Or do you cook? Would you rather have greens or cabbage? I like both. I like collard greens and I like cabbage. I really don't like turnip greens that much, but I'll eat it if I have to. Here I am just cutting up the onions, just cutting them up in big chunks so I can cut up then I'm going to start cutting up my bell pepper and adding it to my pot. And I'm going to show you guys that too. And let me know what you guys cook sometimes for your Sunday dinners, or do you guys eat out or have it catered or whatever. I like to cook. I like to cook sometimes, but sometimes I like to eat out too. Here I am. Here's the bell pepper that I have. I'm about to take the tag off of that and start chopping that up into chunks. I don't chop it up fine because it's gonna get small anyway when you add that water to that those turkey wings. So you don't have to chop it up really, really small. You just cut it up in strips and that'll be good just like that. And here I am adding my onions and my bell peppers to not my cabbage, but to my turkey wings. I'm just adding those to the pan. You can let those saute for a minute if you want to, but I didn't today. I just added it in, then I added my turkey wings and then let it cook like that. I didn't let it saute, but it's really good if you let it saute sometimes too before you add your turkey wings in your water or your broth or whatever you cook your turkey wings in. You can cook your turkey wings in the oven too because they come out really good and tender like that. Or you can add them to the grill and add you some onions and put it in aluminum foil and put it on the grill. Add your seasoning too. It'd be really good like that too. Okay, and I use onion powder, garlic powder. Even though I use onion in there, I still added onion powder to it. Just brings out more flavor. You can add whatever kind of seasoning that you want to your turkey wings. And I use Miss Dash too. It's really good and it doesn't have salt. So, and these turkey wings are smoked, so you really don't have to add that much seasoning to it because they're already smoked. You don't want to have it too salty. And I use Creole seasoning too. And you can add, like I just said, you don't want to add too much because you don't want it to be really, really salty. And onion powder, added that to it too. I am showing you guys the turkey wings when it started to really boil on the stove. And here's the finished product. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And make sure you guys tell a friend to join the family.